Welcome to another episode of Yoga for Healthy Living. I'm Anu Gedu, and today we're going to be covering one of Canada's most prevalent chronic health conditions, which is arthritis. This topic is especially important to me because of my own experiences with rheumatoid arthritis. So please join me on your mat wherever you are, or share this practice with somebody that you know who can benefit from this. So there's not just one type of arthritis, but there's over 100 different types. Some major ones that you may have heard of are anti-inflammatory arthritis pains like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, just to name a few. I myself have been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I can tell you that aside from painful inflammation within my joints, I also know whenever the weather gets cold, it's also hard for me to manage. And so I wanted to share this with you because over 6 million Canadians have arthritis. That means 1 in every 4 women and 1 in every 6 Canadian men have arthritis. Through the Vedic traditions of Ayurveda, I use traditional yoga asanas to help me manage the inflammation and stiffness that I feel within my joints and the pains throughout my body. So this is a simple practice that I recommend that you can do anytime whenever you wake up to help promote flexibility and to promote strength. So first things first, stretching and flexibility is one thing that you want to do if you want to maintain and improve the motion within your joints and cut down on joint stiffness. So when you wake up, what I personally do and what I recommend to everyone is to start off with a few stretches that help rotate the wrists. So for this, whenever you wake up, you may notice that within your joints, within your knuckles, and even the fingers, that you may feel some stiffness or they may be swollen. So the best thing to do, you can lay down or roll over, come over to the side of your bed, and just lift up your hands in front of you. Start off by squeezing your hands together and then releasing. Every single time that you squeeze, see if you can do it a little bit harder and start to activate the muscles within your arms, and exhale to let it go. After doing that, you can start to rotate the wrists, just gently, going clockwise and then rotating counterclockwise. You can interlace your hands and start by pressing one of the forearms down towards the ground, keeping your elbows up, and then switching to the other side. Your wrists have tiny little muscles inside of them that connect your tendons and joints together, so it's really important so you can allow fresh blood to flow through and to get yourself energized throughout the day. And then if you feel comfortable, you can rotate your wrists forward, pressing your palms in front, and then you can switch to the opposite side. You want to hold each stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. This next stretch is called Marjarasana, or cat stretch. It's a complete posture pose, bringing flexibility and strength to the entire body, including your spine, the wrists, and the shoulders. So this again helps with improving the blood circulation throughout the body. What you want to do is come onto your mat or onto the ground, placing your hands down in front of you. Your wrists are underneath the shoulders, and then spreading your knees out back behind you, hip width apart. You want to make sure that your big toes are touching back, belly button into your spine, and start to focus your gaze a few feet ahead in front of you at something that's on the ground. Start by taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale out, start to bring your chin down to the center of your chest, and you want to start to round your shoulders, pushing the mat away from you, spreading your fingertips out, and just letting your head relax, ease into the pose. And then as you exhale, drop your belly down, take a deep breath in, and bring your gaze up. One more time as you exhale, see if you can push a little bit more, rounding the shoulders. and inhale. Drop the belly down and open up your chest. This next pose is called Setu Bandhasana, or bridge pose. This pose helps to strengthen your back muscles. It stretches out the neck, chest, and your spine. So coming onto your mat, start by extending your legs out in front of you and walking your hands back. Whenever you're ready, start to bring your back down to the ground. And you want to place your hands beside the body, palms are facing down towards the ground and spreading your fingertips out. Once you're here, start to walk your feet in. You want to make sure that your feet are out only hip width apart. And a lot of people start to wing out their knees. See if you can keep your knees in line with the hips. And then if you can, walk the feet back a little bit more further to meet your hips. When you're ready, making sure that you're not scrunching your toes, you want to flatten the foot and bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to press your feet in towards your mat or to the ground and lift up your hips. Only take this as far as you are comfortable going. If you can, start to ground your feet in a little bit more and lift up the hips higher, keeping that alignment. I always like to tell my students to imagine that there's a string tied along their hips and that the ceiling's pulling you up a little bit higher each time that you breathe. And you can hold this pose again for 20 to 30 seconds, whatever feels good for you this morning or wherever you're at in your practice. And then exhale, slowly start to release the hips down and drawing your knees in. Another variation to this pose is always taking a block or a blanket if you're at home, and you can place it underneath your hips just to give a little bit more support. You can start with one and then add another one on top. But again, same idea. Starting to plant your feet in and lift up the hips.